Hello, and welcome to another Ringaroo cast, me Ringaroo, and today we're doing a 2v2 on Coal Veal. The reason the match has already started is if I do time 10 speed to get to this part, the whole replay glitches out. It's rather amusing. But anyway, this is part of the 2v2 tournament series on June 17th. The reason we're doing this one a little bit later is because I had a backlog of other casts I needed to get done, but this is supposedly a very good match. And so, that is why we are casting it. And on the left-hand side, blue, planes blue 4, we've got Protos, the dude who actually set up the bloody tournament, as 6 Airborne, and Destert as 101st Airborne. On the right-hand side, red planes red 4, we've got Rstv Gaming as Pegasus Division, and Pkira as the Oak Leaves Division. So, two very distinct themes, Allied Airborne versus a German infantry divisions. And it's really going to be down to the Allied guys taking advantage of an early game aggression. Not necessarily point rise, because, you know, Protos doesn't really get many points till B phase, but all their good infantry cards, a lot of their good cards, are A phase units. And once you get later on into the game, you're going to lose your AB rifles, engineers, and paratroopers. You can't exactly replace them out effectively with glider rifles and the British equivalent. So making sure that they can take advantage, push hard, get a +1 point during the early game, and just try to get as many points as they can before they start losing quite a bit just due to attrition. They used to do rather around for the German guys. It's just use your infantry, use your fire support, use your artillery, all that good stuff. And it's going to be pretty good here for Pkira, because I find, the, what's it called, 716 Oak Leaves works really well against 101st Airborne, because the tanks aren't too much at a disadvantage. It's just amount of same armor, or same armor to just protect it from a 37mm, and it's really good for fire support, those char tanks. And especially for Mr. Rstv Gaming too, because once you can get a Jagdpanther, it's going to be pretty hard to kill. The only thing that can kill it is Protozockers, Challengers, and 17-pounders. But let's just see a look at what's going on. Down below, both sides are setting up infantry, nothing really too crazy. You got all the AB engineers from Destert, and yeah, goes that tank already. As it was a little bit close to the AT gun, it managed to penetrate. Very lucky first hit, though. Up top, MG34's in position. They're trying to knack a rate at the AB Paras. Grenadiers too. Especially against the British, Pkira just needs to use his range for an advantage, because British machine guns, as we all know, are pretty crap. And for Destert, just as long as he can get, you know, just a bit close, he can start bringing fire to the dance floor, baby, as you can see. And AB engineers, of course, are pretty pain in the butt to deal with during this phase. It's really going to be down to Pkira bringing in some more char fire supports, and probably for Rstv to use mortars effectively, because you cannot fight these guys head on in a town unless you can get at good range. Because as you can see, these 3 AB engineers are just pushing through, setting everything alight. And up top, Red Force Odin, just a bit of long range machine gun play. Got 3-inch mortar, pounding the MG34, forcing it to retreat a bit. And the AB engineers falling back after getting shot up by a MG42 line. Rstv Gaming does get a lot of nicely vetted MG42s, which is quite a benefit to his Pegasus Division deck. So just as long as you can keep at range, he should have a good time. He's got a decent no man's land between him and the enemy, so it should be a bit hard for the AB engineers to sneak up. He's moving Ostrupen to try and get to the town. He has managed to stand up one squad at least, so that should help out. And both sides being rather defensive in the middle, of course. They're both infantry divisions, no crazy Rintown 222 rush. So, yeah, it's just going to be easily defendable. I mean, no real tanks to worry about from either side. And we got the Char B2 up top. Trying to provide fire support, you know, it's nothing to really fire support against. And against the British, it's a pretty damn good idea, as they don't get many anti-tank capabilities. The Paras get AT grenades, which are okay, and the leaders get Piats. And we all know how Piats work. Yeah, they're not the best weapon. Panzer B2 down below. Pkira is just really sending his Char B2s all over the place. And as you can see, at range with their howitzer and main gun, they can just go ham on the ABNGs, and just good use of mortars here. This is how you fight engineers in town. You just blow them up from afar. Don't try charging them if you're trooping, unless they're pinned down, of course, because you're just gonna get burnt. Quite literally. Quite literally. We got Locust Russ, and I'm guessing he's gonna try and kill the Panzer B2. We got Panzer III coming up to support. And the Osttrooping don't exactly have anti-tank weaponry. And I think even oh, never mind, it got killed. I was going to say, the HE gun can actually do a pretty decent amount of damage to 0722s, but it doesn't matter. Rennet is dead. But good use of tanks here, flanking around, trying to push through. If he can knock out the Panzer III, the artillery will be right at his mercy. We've got a strafing run from the Mustang, trying to kill that Pack 47. 37-47. Bit of a tongue twister here. And the others up top, just being rather defensive. We've got Run Lorraine, slowly pounding away with its big ass gun. I mean, 27 HE power. It's essentially just a mortar on a truck, or on a tank, really. A very big and powerful mortar. The AB engineers are still holding though. They are pinned down, but they're not exactly dead. The mortars can only kill them so much. Just a little bit of killing. And now he's doing good counter artillery there. We got strafing run on the mortars, trying to knock him out. And Rstv, is that 4 mortars? Yeah, he's got 4 bloody mortars. Jesus. That's a lot of firepower, but that's exactly what they need to do. And Blue 4 is gaining that slow +1 point advantage. Not exactly a huge lead, to be entirely honest, but at least it is a lead, because they need to make sure that A phase goes, and I guess B phase rather, swimmingly, because, like I said before, they don't really get many infantry reinforcements later on, or anything really decent. But if we think for our CV gaming, you got a lot of Grenadiers, Pioneers, and Pkira just gets Italians. And goddamn, those Italian guys are good. They're really bloody good. AB Power's moving up. They're going to expose themselves to machine gun fire. It's a good line of defense here from Pkira. Those Grenadiers can just hold it with their long-range machine guns. Really, it's just long-range machine gun advantage for Red 4 here. And damn, a lot of Locusts. Just as, yeah, a lot of Locusts here from Destert. You don't see that much for 101st Airborne deck. You only see like 1 or 2 maybe. So just using this mini is a rather interesting strat. He did kind of clump them up here, so they're all getting rather stunned up. The Panzer III is going to be falling back just for safety reasons. But the M22 Locusts are still exposed. And he's trying to do his best, as the Locusts are now retreating fully. But Destert still has control of the town. And we are in B phase, so it starts to get a little bit better for our Red 4 buddies. So Protos does get quite a nice point advantage. I got HS129. I think he's using it to try and knock out the Locust here, but got 2 Mustangs in your tail bud. I don't think he's going to be able to get out. I mean, it's only 1 flag vehicle in, so yeah, not enough to really save you. And the 129 does die. Amazing didn't actually just evac it immediately. He actually fell it behind his lines until it started getting shot up. Got a Cromwell up top, and the Cromwells for the 6th Airborne is really good. Not because the Cromwell's an amazing tank, but it costs 120 points. 6th Airborne gets 125 points a turn. You can buy them in a pinch, which is damn useful. And considering this area right now, they can do a decent job. Of course, even though it's 47mm 37 packs, can kill Cromwell rather easily, but if he can knock it out, he has quite a nice movement area to use the Cromwell's speed to its full advantage. Mortar doing a good old carpet bombing run. And Destert, he needs to try and capture this last part of the town, I guess. But the problem is, being back here is rather nice and cozy, because you got a nice dead zone and nice choke points where AB engineers can use their short range weaponry effectively. And Destert just trying to use his Locust on the bottom hand flank. I think in our Rstv game really needs to get some sort of anti-tank gun over it. He's bringing up a Flak 88, which would definitely do the job. Quite a few Flak 88s from Pkira. One in the mid and one down below. But Blue 4 is still slowly gaining that +1 point advantage, which is what they need. Still just a few skirmishes back and forth. The Lorraine, of course, doing its thing. But no real major movement. It's a rather static match, considering no crazy pushes. Rstv Gaming bringing in off-map arty. Quite a lot of it, just 170mm here, which isn't anything too crazy. But if he can time this right and move in right after the artillery drops down, he can clear up his AB engineers. Got some glider rifles reinforcement, which aren't amazing, let's just be frank. I mean, they got 11 semi-automatic rifles, but that's it. That's really all they have. There go another off-map party. He's going to move Yoss trooping up. If he can engage, he's... Right, oh yeah, not exposed to the MG42 over here, so he's going to run along this road, and he's going to say hello to the flames, I guess. No, it just surrendered, didn't even get flamed. It's still defensive up top. Another Cromwell being brought up from Protos. And then just off-map party, he's really trying to kick out the AB engineers on his town. Amazing, he doesn't have any more engineers. Only seen 3 to 4, I believe, which isn't yet much. I mean, expect to get some more reinforcements, because glider rifles is not going to be enough. Got some M8 Scotch, and quite a bit of smoke here, as MG34s are in position. But he doesn't really have many infantry nearby to do this, so got some pioneers being brought up, but a little bit of array to really attack. And Jesus Christ, man, that's a lot of off-map artillery. I know a lot of people do have problems with off-map arty. I think the one thing that does need to be changed, just personal opinion piece of course, is that you shouldn't be able to call it in so fast after you've already called one in before. Of course, Protos does have multiple pieces out, so... Jeez, he's got 4 Rstv Gaming, I mean. He has 4 bloody off-map arty pieces out on the field. I mean, only 100 points, but he is as pounded at Ray. At the same time, though, you gotta realize, that's 400 points of limited artillery. I mean, he's just using them rather liberally. So they're gonna be rather useless soon. But yeah, he's just using it to pound Ray. The AB engineers are almost all dead. But now we got quite a lot of a tank force down here. Some Scots and some Locusts holding this bottom flank, trying to stop any reinforcements from being brought in. And Blue 4's making a pretty decent, okay push, I guess. Up top, managed to gain a little bit of a foothold into the enemy sector. Not too much here. Got Panzer B2, the Grenadiers, of course. But some off-map arties from Protos will hopefully cause him to retreat. And you've got the Trechiarchs and Cromwells, and now they're going to definitely be enough to kill that lone Panzer B2. And oh god, here comes a rocket artillery. Yeah, that should do a decent amount of work. He's done up, and that's a lot of that's a lot of infantry reinforcements. I think it shows glider rifles. The British glider rifles, that is. I don't think I'll say exact name, but it's pretty much the same thing. But with different equipment, of course. And really, Rstv Gaming just set up a no man's land between him and the town. I mean, the MG34 is helping to keep himself at bay, but he's still got a few AB engineers here. Another one being brought up for reinforcements. And damn, just look at it off map party. We got a mortar dropping in its juicy payload onto the mortars. Man's gonna kill 2 of them, which is a good kill. And I'm thinking Red 4 is really gonna break up top. They really need to get more infantry reinforcements. I believe it's only the Italian guys being brought up. Definitely believe so. And like I said before, those Italian guys are damn good at their job. But that's just Jesus Christ. How much have you been saving? That's a lot of infantry. A little bit overkill, I could say, but hey, whatever floats your boat. We got engineers for close range infantry support. Mustang doing some strafing runs. And I see all the stuff's pinned down here, but He's still slowly moving up. He doesn't have the finishing blow or just something to rush in and try to capture everything really quickly. We got Scott in the back, giving good fire support. And I'm really amazed neither side has really tried anything in the middle, especially Redfall. If we get like a Stug tank from Rstv Gaming, or maybe later on the Ag Panther, you can make quite a bit of ground over here. I mean, you run artillery the hell out of his forest first, who's got a few anti-tank and infantry stuff here. And speaking of infantry stuff, just... do I even need to explain myself? I mean, all lined up, airland, and that's what the British ones are called, there we go. But oh geez, they've just got, they landed in the wrong place, as they're getting shot up to hell and back. Strachey getting knocked out by an 87. And good news, all that little run out rivets. Oh, that's not a run out run, that's a frog looking run with the giant rockets. The run out run, I believe, is available to the 21st Rommel Panzer Division, which is a rather funny looking tank. And speaking of that one too, yeah, it's just a weird looking vehicle. I think it's Czech or something? No, it's French. It's French because it has the bloody F thing. Yeah, just weird. Just weird. And all the airlands are now very clumped in, and that's what happened when you have such a huge infantry force so tightly packed. Is that they all just kind of get bombed to hell and back. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but I apologise. Italian free troops doing their best, so they are getting slowly pounded away by a 75mm mortar or howitzer in the back. And Redfall is slowly starting to make some progress in the bottom town. The AB engineers are pinned down. The regular engineers and whatnot aren't exactly enough. They still need to kill a Scot with some sort of anti-tank weaponry. As Pkira is putting on the press, I've got the Panzer B2. It's definitely kill the M8 Scott if we can actually get line of sight, but it is in a rather hidden location. Heck, even the Grenadiers move up. They can get a shot off with their Panzer Faust. Still, everything up top is rather pinned down. We got a second of those weird frog rocket artillery. And damn, that's just... he's holding with a rather limited force of infantry, you'd think. Just 3 of these Italian guys versus tanks, and a lot of airlands and mortars. And the only reason he's holding this off is because of his rocket artillery and because his opponent is trying to attack through a choke point. So damn good use of a little force. We got the M8 Scott pack from before. Damn, he really likes his M8 Scotch. Slowly trying to pin down the Grenadiers, and that is a very tight angle of fire. Yeah, pretty tight angle of fire just through the little tree line. But as you can see, they're pinning down the Grenadiers, doing a damn good job at that. 129B1 getting 2 kills on the M8 Scotch. But now being chased down by a Mustang. Got a flak 88, yo. So can it save it? Oh no! Fly it up towards your AA. What you doing? Bro, doesn't matter. It did force, or the 88 did force out Mustang to retreat. And oh, is he going again for another strafing run? You don't have any ammunition. I mean, you can do it with your cannons, I guess. I mean, can you kill it? No, you can't. I'll just evac it, buddy. You've really pissed your luck here a little bit. And up top, Protos calling off my party. Only really going to hit that lone pack gun. Italian free troops barely holding on. But as you saw when there's mortar run, yeah, really dished out quite a bit of damage. And just look at all the just look at all the infantry. He really needs to start moving them up to attack and try to gain the ground. And allies are still at a +1 point advantage. So they're doing a damn good job, and it's only another 23 minutes in the match. So even if they were to start losing by a +1, which I don't think is going to happen because they still have momentum on both towns, they're going to do pretty damn well. Go down below, yo, they're still holding on just barely. The Pioneers are rather pinned down. I think Rstv Gaming really needs to use a bit more fire support to take his town. All he's doing is rushing infantry in there. He needs something to kill Scott. You know, a Stug. Ag Panther, he can get Ag Panther now. It's not the best fire support vehicle, but you know what I'm trying to get at. He needs support guns, just something to try and hit the infantry from afar. And once again, just another rocket artillery strike stunning up all those forces. And I'm amazed they haven't really got any more reinforcements to this northern town, because it's gonna fall. And the only thing in between his artillery and the tanks is a Grenadier Führer. And you're not exactly gonna kill Cromwell with smoke grenades. Infantry reinforcements from Destert has some more AB engineers, which I guess are his finer engineers that he can get. 50 cows, which are a damn good unit. And yeah, the Rstv gamer, like I said, he just needs fire support. Bringing in half-tracks, which have a machine gun, which is useful. That's nice, but I think I need a little bit more than that. And finally, because the machine gun's in the back, you're seeing they have to reverse to actually effectively fire. And finally, our landings are moving up. Now the Grenadier Führer, he may as well just want to call in the right flag. I mean, he's in a nice little hidden spot. I mean, maybe he can take a few Tommies down with him. I mean, can he actually... He can't actually see through that little gap. Yeah. Makes sense. There go some Italian troops who hold a line. And yeah, Rstv was really just lacking in fire support. They're using lots of infantry, of course, but it does need tanks, armor, you know, direct fire support units to really help them out, because they're just throwing these infantry into a meat grinder. I mean, just like a support gun, a tank here to help out. Just something. I mean, it is bringing up the Char flamethrower tank, which is a good unit. A bit risky now, considering there are Piats on the field. And oh, are you gonna move it up all the way? I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. There you go, spots 1 AB power. Cromwell gonna start shooting, yo, and the Cromwell can easily kill that. Not close enough, I believe, to use a flamethrower. One Cromwell down now to the B1. And there we go, flamethrower flame. And down it goes. Or almost down it goes, the AB powers. Mustang trying to chase in the B1. Not going to be evacing it, because he is bringing up that Messerschmitt. And no AAO. But I think, that Messerschmitt's definitely going to be able to get the kill. But will the Mustang kill the HS-192? Whatever I tried to say? No, he's not. And the B1's just going to go in for another strafing run. This time on second Cromwell. Can he get the kill, yo? The Archer is... As we watch a slow motion replay. No, he's not. But the Cromwell is forced to retreat. You got some more Mustangs now. You got to realize, once again, the C phase does get one card of ×3 1-star Mustangs, which is really good bang for your activation points. Yeah. Finally, a Yad Panther, some heavy fire support. And the Yad Panther is going to do damn well against Destert, because all he has is an M10 tank destroyers to deal with Yad Panthers effectively from the front. At this range, he can penetrate it if he was to move it up somewhere around here. But still going to be a rather risky maneuver, as it is 2-star. And the Wolverine is also 2-starred. I got some Stormtroopers, but once again, the engineers holding their ground. Just the fire support needs to get into position. Really, it's just been a battle of the two towns. Why does he have all of his infantry back here? I mean, you think you just want to move them up. Oh, Napalm Bomber, finally a Mosquito Pathfinder. I love seeing these guys in action. And those Italian free troops aren't going to be free for much longer, I believe. They're going to be rather hot. Here we go, good napalm hits. Burning out those buildings entirely. Forcing the Italians to retreat out into the open, where they're rather exposed. And he's going to be using a Wolverine to try and hit that Yad Panther off that party from Destert. And now would be a good time to try and engage the Yad, because it is facing the opposite direction. He could sneak up the Wolverine around here to try and hit it from the flank. Yeah, go. Just barely line of sight. It's got its side armor exposed too. And, oh, first hit misses, yo. Yad Panther's going to be turning around. Second hit does get the kill. Good use of the M10 Wolverine, yeah. In a nice sneaky location, just how our Wolverines are meant to be used. A lot more infantry from Protos. Another multi-pathfinder. And just running in the infantry into a heavily armed town. We've got 50 counts here now. It's just not going to work. But still, Redform, amazed Pkira has managed to hold on to this town with just such little forces. I mean, the artillery is doing a good job keeping them at bay. Once again, as you can see, I think Protos really should try maybe just attacking around the top-hand side. He is doing that now. Because he keeps clumping up for his small choke point. He needs to spread out entirely and then just move in one big roll. Like in World War One. Just all rolling shoulder to shoulder across an open ground. Because there's not even that much to stop him across an open ground if they were to do that. Messerschmitt coming in to chase the Mustangs, run Mustang down, really get the double kill. Yes, he does. Mobile Wagon helping out, yeah. But the thing is the Allies are still gaining that +1 point advantage. 56 or 55% of the map to 45. They're definitely going to be winning this match. And I just had good momentum throughout the entirety of the match. They managed to hold on to a town. I'm really amazed that Destert has managed to hold on to this for so long. Considering now he's really just using glider rifles, but they really did a good job of using their air support. Using mortars, and Mustangs, and Tempests, and multi-pathfinders. But also gotta give it to Pkira to hold on to his town with such a lot of force. With just a few rocket artillery pieces, he managed to stop an entire British airborne division. And really, I think just for Red, they just needed to use fire support better on both sides. Take advantage of the open ground because, yeah, decks are much more suited for open ground. They got flak 88, bigger AT guns, support guns, more artillery. They could have really done a good, and tanks, of course. They really could have done a good job, I think, if they maybe tried to push along the town here, or the open field here, because Protos, Bren guns are crap, same with Vickers. They can't exactly hold their own well. And for Destert, his gimmick is AB Engineers, and AB Engineers work wonderful in towns, not so much in the open ground. That's really the one thing I think that, well, two things that Redfall could have done to better their match, but yeah, they're really getting pushed out now. It's pretty much just going to be a GG at this point as we get to the twilight moments. Another multi-pathfinder, getting a few napalm hits. Mustang chasing it down. And finally, they're going to be reaching the artillery pieces. And it is going to just go down to match points with only a couple seconds, no seconds left. And Protos and Destert does take the victory. Damn, that's a rather big kill advantage, yeah, from Destert. He really just made that town his flamethrower kill zone. And he used fire support, a lot of M8 Scots and 50 cals to keep Rstv and Pkira at bay. I just want to take a look at the history. Just, yeah, that's a lot of dead Red Force stuff. Yeah, I'm seeing a bit more red, a little bit more blue, yeah, but a lot more red than I'm seeing blue. So, yeah, pretty decent match, and I'm going to leave it off at that. It's been another Rangaroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and usual, please just take it easy.